Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And a good morning to you. It's time for Coffee Ann here on ON, AM, and FM. And thanks for joining us Monday morning. It's April 24th. My name is Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us. And around the coffee table, we'll say hi to Melissa Murray. And a good morning to you there, Melissa.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone.
And nice to have you here with us. Also with us at the coffee table, Jerry Barclay King, owner of Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. Hi, Jerry.
Good morning.
And who did you bring with you?
I have Miriam Kaba here, Woonsocket High School, who is the one who's the visionary of this program and event I'm hosting.
And she's on the cover of your flyer.
Yes, she is.
Good morning to you there, Miriam.
Hello, good morning.
And so we're keeping her out of school, right?
No, we're not.
No?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
But if we are, it's for a good cause.
That's right. And the cause is
fine.
Dress for Success, Discovering Your Personal Style in the Professional World. It's going to take place this Friday, April 28th at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. Now, you say Miriam was the catalyst for this event?
Yes, she was.
So did you go to Jerry and say, there's a need for the kids that don't have the right kind of clothing to go on job interviews?
Yes, so basically around last May, I had won a scholarship called the Transform Rhode Island Scholarship. So
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. So there's three parts to my scholarship: the career preparation, the curriculum for Prepare for the Future curriculum for the high school students, and Restoring the Village. So that's actually, the event is actually part of my career preparation event. Where the purpose basically is to help high school students when it comes to dressing up for interviews, knowing how to obtain jobs, knowing how to prepare themselves when it comes to interviews, and overall just expanding their career opportunities.
Wow. So you went to Jerry and said, did you say, I have this idea, or Jerry, how do you think you can help me?
So basically, the idea came from, I work with Leadership RI as well, so it was like a three-person thing when it came to the idea. So we all came together as one because I knew Jerry already, and I knew my people from Leadership RI, so we all came together and
came up with this idea of, wow. And Jerry, you just jumped on this idea?
Well, I'm always up for entertaining.
Yeah.
Crazy ideas. So I was like, all right, okay, we can make this happen. And I'm going to do it.
We'll make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. And they basically wanted something within the community, and with me already having the fashion background and the fashion and the event background and tourism and culture background, say, hey, why not?
And now that you've expanded, you've got the space.
Oh, I've got the space.
To do something like this.
I've got 3 doors, and we're going to make it happen.
All right.
We're going to make it happen.
So did you notice this amongst your peers, Miriam, that when they go out for job interviews, they're just not dressed correctly?
Yes. So honestly, speaking from personal experience, I've had friends who'd go to job interviews in Crocs and just wearing anything. So I feel like it was important for us to know like how to prepare ourselves, how to dress, and how to like act when it comes to professional settings. And especially after COVID too, I've noticed like a lot of young adults not being able to obtain job careers, nor high school students. So having this like side of my project being able to expand to all youth of Woonsocket is important.
Okay. Did you find that some of your friends did not get jobs because of the way they dressed for interviews? Do you think that was an issue?
So I feel like dressing up and acting professional is a really big part when it comes to getting jobs. So when they would come to the job in Crocs and like just have a certain mannerism, it was kind of like hard for them to like secure the job. Compared to like me, for example, like I know how to go to job interviews because like I did a career preparation class at the Harbor Youth Center. So basically I knew to like dress professional and act a certain way, and I was always able to get any opportunity that I kind of like pushed myself into.
All right. Melissa, any thoughts right off the bat about this whole project?
I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. And also, so from what I understand, you're going to have folks who, do they get clothing from you, or do they just get like tips on how to dress? Like, how does this actually work?
So it's actually going to be to what you just said, there's going to be a fashion show to show youth how to dress professional, but Jerry's store will also be open even after the event for youth to go pick up professional clothing pieces and just learn more tips about how to dress professionally.
Great. Both. So both. Perfect.
And Jerry, you're taking in donations. If anyone has, professional clothing that they want to donate for this event.
We receive an over and abundant.
Have you?
Oh, yes. Of clothes. I've been spending my nights and my days organizing, coordinating the colors, the style, the fit, how this is going to look, and finding that right person who's going to actually wear exactly that look that I think is professional, but also still having your personality mixed into it. So it's been fun. Receiving these donations from all over. Leadership did a call out. I did a call out. Miriam has sent out a call out. So the community actually is coming together and welcoming this idea. And some of the adults are saying, can I come and shop too? Because the stuff are just so good. The tags, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to assist Miriam with her idea. And also being there with, as an alumni of Leadership Rhode Island, being there to support them on this initiative. So, and I want to represent Woonsocket the best way we can, right?
Right.
That's great. So I noticed when I first started going to the State House, and I always dress up every day because I feel like, I'm representing my constituents, but nice clothing costs a lot of money. And so I got together with some of my fellow female senators, and I was like, we should really do a clothing swap, because you can't just wear the same, black suit with a different tie every day. I'm just saying. So it's hard to be able to look your best, and it's also hard to feel like you're presenting your best when you don't have what you really want to be able to present yourself in a certain way. But I will say, you always have to stay yourself. So I always dress up pretty conservatively, but I am known for my crazy shoes. So I still rock the crazy shoes. So that's just like a me thing. But everybody always is looking at what shoes I'm going to wear. So. But always in a suit.
So Miriam, you spreading the word at the high school with Socket High about this event, and have people been receptive to it?
I've myself and Jerry have been spreading the word at Woonsocket High School. We have the flyers on the TVs. They've been emails sent out. They're posted all over the Google Classroom. Jerry actually went around the school to give out flyers for high school students. So I'm just hoping the turnout is good. And I've gotten a few of my friends to say they would come.
Excellent. That's fantastic. And one of the things that Jerry told me about this when we talk about this, this one's for the guys, so it really doesn't affect the three ladies here. But for the young guys growing up, the hardest thing to learn how to do is tie a tie. Oh my gosh, this took years to figure out how to do it, because there's a couple of ways to do it. There's the right way, which I have never learned, by the way, and then there's my way of what I learned. You only have to do this. Oh, perfect. That'll do. And I think to this day, my younger brother, who's 50 years old, by the way, still doesn't know how to tie a tie. He has tied it once, and all he does is loosen it and take it over his head.
Yeah,
hang it up that way.
Heard that a
put
lot.
it back on, and tighten it back up again.
There is some ties that we have in the batch that you just open it up, put over your head, and it zips right.
It zips
back.
up. Yeah.
It zips up.
Yeah.
But it's not only for the guys. It's also for the girls who may be going to prom. Okay, or if they have a brother that don't know. So if the brothers can't make it, or the prom date is not there, they're able to now help them with the tie, and take that information, and they won't forget it, because they're gonna have husbands and later, and just having that information is always helpful. So, so I'm looking forward to the different activities, and I said, you can't look good if you're not going to smell good, right? So we've got another leadership RI alum who's also going to be on site to distribute personal hygiene kit. Was also period kits, but personal hygiene kit, Amity Aid. So I'm just looking forward to having it look good, feeling good, smelling good, and
being your best.
Yes. So I'm excited. It's different, something new.
That's great, because confidence is the most important part, and if you go in there feeling empowered, and you're going to have a better interview.
Yes.
Sure. And I have had people ask me to tie a tie on them, and I cannot do it if I'm facing you. I have to stand behind the person and work it like it's my neck.
Right.
Which can be kind of embarrassing sometimes. But anyway, it's just the way it's got to be done. So, and I had to do it with my son, and it took a while, but he finally figured out how to do it. So, but it's tough, and if you don't know how to do it, you are just lost at the beginning.
I
with
wouldn't
tying
know.
a tie.
Never done it.
So at this event, the Dress for Success, Discovering Your Personal Style in the Professional World, Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street in Woonsocket. You're going to have food.
We're going to have some food. We're going to have music. We're going to have some goodie bags. And, you know, all of my partners within Woonsocket have been coming and offering support. So food, music, dancing, fashion. Miriam's gonna probably get her on that runway. You know, photography. We also have another company said that they'll donate the mirror booth. So you're gonna look, you know, try on some stuff, press the button, do a selfie.
Oh, nice.
You know, so it's just kind of cool having these little activities to target that demographics, which is the 15 to 24 age range, because it's not only for high schoolers, but you've got people who are coming from college.
Sure.
You know, and they're going to be looking for work. So just having that closet that I really made into like a walk-in closet, seriously. You know, they can go in and just shop for stuff that they'll need for the interview, as well as even the first day of work or the week of work. Once they know exactly what that culture is, then they can shop for that, so they can kind of blend in and make their own style. But
that makes perfect sense, because when I was like 16 or so, and I went for my first job, which was at Burger King, I did not I wore a polo shirt and no tie. Still got the job though. But as you get older and you go for a more prestigious job, and it gets a lot more prestigious than Burger King, you know, you've got to find your jacket and tie for your interviews, at least for the guys. What about have you got in enough shoes for? Mostly for the women. Women worry mostly about shoes.
yeah, there's some cute shoes, and I was like, man,
You want them?
I wish I was not an eight. But we are looking for more men shoes. That's something, you know, I've learned that, you know, the shoes plays a huge part in the way how you walk and how you take pride in the quality of what you're actually walking in, you know. So men's shoes is something that we don't have. Belts,
okay.
You know, we don't want pants on the ground. So any type of belt for men is also welcome, and that's the two. And then another piece that I just realized that one of the other students brought to my attention is the religious, you know, the hijab, that they want to keep their religion within their, you know, in the job, because it's something that they have to do. And just having some of that so that the girls are able to swap it out throughout is something we don't have. And we do have a huge population of that within the city. So any of those religious artifacts is also welcome.
Okay. And you'll also be learning about any job listings, scholarships, internships that are taking place within the city or within Rhode Island?
Yes. I partnered also with the library, and they've created a Google Drive. So I was just thinking, why create all these different papers and folders, and do a QR code, have a link that's going to be updated constantly with all of the scholarships, jobs, any type of training, internship opportunities. So I just wanted them to leave with a code that they can just scan, even if they left, that they can go and say, okay, I'm looking for jobs. This is what's here. This is, scholarships opportunity. This is here in the deadline. So not only are they going to get something to take away, but having something long-term that they can go back and reference if it's changing and when they're ready for those things. So.
All right. You talked about the shoes and belts for the guys. Thinking more along the lines for women, do you have other accessories like earrings or bracelets, necklaces, purses, scarves?
I've got a whole bin personally that I have available. We've got purses, we've got shoes, belts, scarves, but any of those are still welcome. And after maybe like the 2 or 3 weeks that I'm going to keep it open, we are going to partner with local agencies that currently have a Dress for Success closet, so that they now have more inventory for the kids or adults who may be looking for work. So it's sustainable, because it just doesn't stop there and go to like a Savers. It's going to other agencies that serve in the community.
All right, very good. We'll take a break on the Coffee and program. Any comments or questions about this event, please give us a call, 766-1240. We'll pass the notes along to Miriam and to Jerry and see if they can answer it for you. But more of Coffee and coming up. Stay tuned.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England. Attention parents and grandparents, your children can learn how to present themselves for a job interview by attending the Dress for Success event at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. Here's their chance to discover their personal style in the professional world. Guys will learn how to tie a tie and pick out a sport jacket and slacks. Ladies will find dresses, skirts, and tops, plus shoes and accessories. The Dress for Success event takes place Friday, April 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. There'll be food, a fashion show, selfie station, music, and attendees will be able to learn about job listings, scholarships, and internships. If you'd like to donate appropriate clothes and accessories for the Dress for Success event, drop them off at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street, Woonsocket. Dress for Success, Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique.
We're here for you on the Talk of the Valley, ON Radio.
It's Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray, also with Jerry Barclay King, owner of Jerry's Bluffing Boutique at 285 Main Street, Woonsocket. And we'll also be joined by Miriam Kaba. Is that how you say that?
Kaba.
Kaba. All right. Do that. I'll try to say it right next time. You're a senior?
I'm a junior at Woonsocket High School.
Junior at Woonsocket. She's so mature, Jerry.
She is.
Far behind, beyond her years. I'm
That's
impressed.
the one thing. That's the one quality that sticks out.
Yes.
I said, "You sure you're 16?"
Well, you checked your ID, right?
Well, what had happened was when we come from Africa. Let me stop. Let me stop.
So you just heard the announcement. The Dress for Success event is this Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. Jerry's getting everything all ready to go. Are you putting things by sizes too? Is that another little thing you got to do?
Well, my type A minusness is kind of kicking in, so they're in color codes.
Yeah.
The next phase will be sizes. And I do have stickers, so if I get more hands on deck, yes, we could definitely do them by sizes. But we did receive some, bigger sizes because there are some kids who are different sizes, and we didn't want them to feel like they were left out. So we do have bigger, like 3Xs for the shirts, 2Xs. 16 and up for the girls. So knowing that, it's easy for us to kind of pull things if they need some help.
All right. And you'll be there as well to, I'm sure, will others be there? I'm thinking like if the guys come in and say, okay, that jacket doesn't go with those pants. And they don't realize that.
Right.
Some of us are just stupid like that.
Well, we do have some volunteers waiting on the side. So they will be in the room and assisting if they're pulling items. Just to say, hey, if you match this with this, it kind of looks cool
better
together.
Mm-hmm.
Just assisting so they can still get their sense of style coming out and not downplay everything that they pull, because it's important for you to feel connected with who you are.
Yeah.
And because you're gonna be fidgeting all day long if it's not who you are. So having those folks in the room is helpful, and I'm looking forward to it.
Of course, it is a little easier with the guys because we only have a few colors to deal with. But mostly it's the women that go, well, that really doesn't go kind of thing. As long as they don't get mad at you.
No, they won't.
No?
Because they already started scoping what they want.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, if you know your style, you just know your style. Like
Well,
Melissa,
right,
you
right.
would know that she's going to look for the shoes first because she's a shoe girl.
All right.
Some folks may look for a blazer. I'm a cardigan and a polo shirt and a blazer type person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go for the cut that fits my body shape. And then all the other pieces can fall in because
Fall in
that
together.
jacket is more of a statement
Right.
piece. And then I can just wear a plain dress, a plain top. I go for the blazers.
Mm-hmm.
She goes for the shoes. So what are you going for, Miriam?
Shoes. I definitely go
It's all
Mel-
about the
Melissa?
shoes. Yeah. I have built my outfit sometimes around the shoes. Like I pick the shoes first, and then I
Really?
pick something to go with it. Yeah.
That's so different from the guy. I forgot what comedian it was. All men should only have 3 pairs of shoes.
Well, you
Oh,
guys
Pair of
have-
sneakers, pair of work boots, pair of dress shoes because it goes with everything.
I have more than
You
3 pairs
have-
of sneakers, so
Like some of the guys are now into socks.
Okay.
Having socks. So
Really?
cool, funky socks is the thing.
All
yeah,
right.
that's a way to just kind of subtly express yourself,
personality.
but still keep it, pretty
Professional.
looking. Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
agree.
hidden-
It's
hidden
good.
treasure.
Yeah.
So when if you're wearing a suit, you can still wear your Boston Red Sox socks.
That's
You
right.
can,
My
as
That'll
long
be
as
has-
they are dark, not white. I
Well,
don't
right,
like
right.
white socks.
Dark socks. The little red bee is on
Yeah,
there
that's
somewhere,
fine.
right?
That's fine.
My husband went to a function out in LA and he told me, he said, this lady just stopped me because apparently he must have put the socks, put his leg up and
Oh, so the sock was showing.
The kente on the socks was showing and he said, she's like, I know you've got to have something else with this. And sure enough, he had the pocket square, but it was the socks that caught her attention first.
Yeah.
And, and it was a conversation piece. I hope you told her you're married.
Well, if she had asked, he would have said yes.
Well, I wasn't there, so I just want to make sure.
All right. So the discovering your personal style in the professional world. So you want the kids' personalities to shine through in the clothing that they pick out, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And so that's what this is all about. So you can still look professional, but still
Be yourself.
be
while
yourself.
doing it.
That's right. That's a good way of looking at it. So okay. So it's this coming Friday night, 4 to 7 p.m. There'll be food. What kind of food will be there?
Right now, we'll probably support local and just have the pizzas
Mm-hmm.
delivered because, the space is one of those roaming type of space. So we don't want anything that you have to sit and cut
Mm-hmm.
and sift through, just having pizza. And plus, they're kids. They want,
Something quick.
something quick, some
Easy.
some snacks, bottled water so they don't have
Yeah.
to sit there and pour something. So just trying to keep it simple as possible.
Sure.
I mean, for me, simple is...
So when you talk about the fashion show, have you besides Miriam, have you lined up other models?
I do. When I went to other events and folks just were drawn and just knew what I had going on, my business, they said any opportunities for modeling, they would be willing to do it. So at the last career panel
Yeah,
where I was
the
sitting,
career
yeah,
panel.
some of the girls came up to me and asked me if they could model. So they've
Great.
already registered, and they're looking forward to it. Plus, I have my intern. I don't want to, make it too elongated. So just having at least three guys and 3 girls who could just kind of show the variety of styles and how you can, work them in your workplace is all I'm trying to do, just so that because we only have 3 hours. Like what really?
Yeah.
And they need to shop, so we're gonna do it quick in the beginning. They can see it. Oh, okay, I like that style, and then go shop for something similar.
Will you be there to do the announcing? I guess saying this is Tony in his blue blazer and black slacks kind of thing combination. Yeah.
Yeah, we
All right.
we also have Sharice, who's also a LRI, so she's gonna help me with that, just
Okay.
to kind of piggyback.
Yeah.
And because they did the instruction part, so now for me is the visual, so she's gonna help me piggyback and talk more to the styles and how that plays a huge part. I even have Laura Belial, who popped in, and she, because as an HR individual, she was given some additional tips that from an interviewer standpoint that you don't think about, and it was interesting.
Oh, so the kids, the younger people will be able to get tips
Yes.
on how to
Yes.
present themselves
Yes.
at the interviews and how to answer questions
Yes.
correctly, I guess, is the best way of putting it. And also what not to say.
And what not to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what not to do is
Yes.
right. like shut your cell phone off.
Right.
Or leave it in the car, leave it in the vehicle if you can. But that's a big one, you know. And don't bring your mother to the job interview. I'm trying to think of all the silly things.
Don't
like
bring
that.
your resume and bio and then say the dog ate it or whatever. But just having folks in the room is more conversational, not so in your face, but it's more if the conversation sparks, they're able to
and they won't
answer.
be nervous.
Right.
As well, especially if you get this chance to practice like this, you do so much better.
We got a DJ. I'm just excited. It's a woman DJ.
Cool.
Yeah, she was so excited when I told her. I said, "Would you want to do this for me?" Oh, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to having DJ.
So music with the DJ there, so that's great. And once again, we'll talk about there'll be job listings and kids can learn about the scholarships and any internships that are available from local businesses. Is it just Woonsocket or is it Northern Rhode Island as well? These job listings.
Well, it's all over. It's going to be as far as the job listing, but our primary focus in the beginning of targeting to come to the event will be Woonsocket, but it's open to everyone because Miriam's focus at that moment was more Woonsocket students.
Yeah.
But we're not going to shut down anybody who really needs these resources that's going to be on site. Prevention Coalition also, stepped up and said that they wanted to, partner and provide, preventatives or some information that's available when you're dealing with some stressful issues or you're dealing with any type of possible addiction, so that resources there as well as a team because we went through that, trying to get your identity and resources will be on site.
All right. And your other sponsors on this, Leadership Rhode Island, Transform Rhode Island Scholarship, and is it Papito Opportunity Connection?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So, Melissa, do you think Jerry and Miriam are leading the state? I haven't heard of any other communities doing something like this for the young people to help them get clothing for job interviews.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure other people have had ideas about it, but this is really
Jerry gets it off the ground.
comprehensive and
and organized.
Yeah, organized, and when she gets an idea, it's like there's no halfway, right? It's like always all in. She's always all in. So she's thought of every single facet of everything that someone could need to be prepared. Oh, and also it needs to be a little fun too, right?
Yeah.
So because if it's
Jerry's
not,
always fun.
she is. I can attest to that. But you got to have something to draw kids into, right? So it's not all. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fantastic.
And explain what the selfie station is again.
So, originally we were going to do our own Charlie Brown selfie station. So Charlie Brown meaning you just going to have a ring and, you could connect the Bluetooth and do your selfie. But I built this little dress room / tent selfie room in the mirror and you could just go in there and just have fun looking at, checking yourself out. But then I ended up meeting someone within the events industry who had a mirror. So it's a mirror that you see yourself and you just hit the button and you take a selfie. And it's
great.
lit. And I was like, oh, I like this one. Then it's just a portable unit. You bring it, you let it sit, and then you hit the button. And it's also branded with the name of the event, where you're attending, so at least, and then I get all the archives, but they can send it to themselves and they have it for their reference and they can share it.
So it comes out and they can get it digitally, or you can send it to them.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, if they get a digital, they can ask where they want it to be sent, and then they'll get it. And now they
that's
can
great.
share it, download, and say, hey, I went to this event, and
post it to their own social media accounts.
yes,
Yeah.
that's like,
With
residual.
With your name on it, right?
Hey, listen,
Hey.
it's my name, it's Miriam's name, the
How
city of
smart are
Woonsocket,
you?
the Pepito, Leadership Rhode Island. We're all in this together. It takes a
Yeah.
village, right, Miriam?
Yes, it takes a
Takes a village. So,
Well, that's fantastic. Well, the Dress for Success event is this coming Friday. It's April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m., Discovering Your Personal Style in the Professional World. This is such a great idea. Takes place at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street in Woonsocket. Feel free to come on down, free to attend. Just pop
yes,
on
it
in
is.
and,
It's free to attend.
and take a look around. And if there's something that you can use or your young person can use to make themselves look better for a job interview, it's there for you. And you're taking in donations still.
I am.
And just
and-
drop them off at the store.
Yes, 285 Main Street, Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Still looking for shoes and belts for guys.
I am.
Anything you're looking specifically for women?
More of the religious artifacts. Maybe some flats, because I didn't really get too many. I had pumps. Not everybody is a pump
Or a heel
or a
person.
heels person.
Yeah.
So more flats that still,
Are dressy enough.
I always carry both. That's why I
Man.
have a big purse because I can't. Yep.
I do too. You walk in looking cute, but then
That's
after
right.
A while, you
After
kick
that,
it
just
off
throw those in your bag and go, yes,
the other
100%.
Guys, don't worry about this.
They take them shoes off too. For those that don't have shoes and they want to support, gift cards are also another way we can raffle that they can go and purchase a pair of shoes, at any of the thrift shops or at, local stores. That's helpful, knowing that they've got some incentives.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry and
Thank
Miriam,
you.
thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you
you
for
for
having
having
us.
Yeah, and we hope the Friday event is a big success. Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. And best of luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All
All
very
right.
much.
More coffee hands coming up. Weather forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 59 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 39. Tuesday's weather, partial sunshine, 58. Wednesday, mostly sunny and 61. Thursday, partly sunny and 60. Friday, partly sunny and 61. Saturday, mostly cloudy and 59. And on Sunday, good chance of rain, mostly cloudy, and a high of 60.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with the cloudy skies, we have 50 degrees. Families in poverty are facing a global food crisis. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646. Do you have an apartment or home for rent? Or perhaps you have extra items to sell. With over 50,000 readers in print and online, The Call and OneSocketCall.com is the best place to reach customers here in the Blackstone Valley. Whether it's apartment rentals, homes for sale or rent, lost and found items, or even job listings, our classifieds offer an affordable way to reach readers, subscribers, and advertisers every day of the week. So, if you have something you want to sell, call us today at 767-8503 with your ad, and it will appear in the next day's call. Be sure to call before the 2:30 p.m. deadline. That's 767-8503 to place your ad today. Attention parents and grandparents, your children can learn how to present themselves for a job interview by attending the Dress for Success event at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. Here's their chance to discover their personal style in the professional world. Guys will learn how to tie a tie and pick out a sport jacket and slacks. Ladies will find dresses, skirts, and tops, plus shoes and accessories. The Dress for Success event takes place Friday, April 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. There'll be food, a fashion show, selfie station, music, and attendees will be able to learn about job listings, scholarships, and internships. If you'd like to donate appropriate clothes and accessories for the Dress for Success event, drop them off at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street, Woonsocket. Dress for Success, Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique.
It's time for the annual Breakfast with the Saints at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center. Enjoy a breakfast buffet under the center's magnificently frescoed ceiling. The breakfast will be held on Sunday, April 30th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tickets are $20 in advance or $25 at the door. Tickets are available at Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on My Morning Sports Reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
It's Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here. Melissa Murray is with us. Dave Richards has joined us at the Coffee and Table as well. Good morning to you there, Dave.
Hello there.
So,
Melissa,
morning.
tell us what happened yesterday at the Arts in the Alley.
Arts in the Alley, yeah.
Saturday, I'm sorry.
Yes, it was.
Yesterday it would have been a soggy Arts in the Alley.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was a little chilly, but fortunately the rain did hold off
Till
as
after
you
5 o'clock,
predicted.
yes.
Yeah. So it was a nice event. Some really great, really talented vendors that we had, a wonderful musician, and of course taco truck. So that was all fun, and craft beers, which Lops always has a great
I was
selection.
sorry I missed the taco truck, but I was out flat. I wanted to get down to the Little League opening season too, but
Yep, that-
I was
so
in
many
I was in
stuff,
a
yeah.
teleconference meeting, and it just kept on going and going and go. I didn't get it down there.
Yeah.
Felt bad.
I
Saw the
missed
pictures in the
that.
call this morning. though.
Yeah, some great pictures, and I missed the Little League also because I got there early. We had, just planning on like bringing in more vendors. We're gonna have another Arts in the Alley arts event in June, in May. I'm already skipping May. I'm like summer, May and June. We take a little hiatus in July and August because it's a bit hot to be out there in the sun, and we come back in September and October. So we will be adding to our artisans. So if anybody is interested in vending, a crafty friend, it has to be handmade though. All handmade only.
Well, what if I use a pair of pliers or a screwdriver? Is that handmade? As long as they don't have an electric plug on them.
You just don't run
Being
down
difficult.
to the. Don't go down to the Hobby Lobby, pick something off, bring it, and say, "Hey, I made this."
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
Can't
no,
have that.
no distributors, but we have a really talented folks in and around the city and in the state, and so if you are interested in vending your wares, you can go to dwc02895.org and click on the Arts and Alley link, and it will bring you to the vendor application, and we'll be happy to review that. Make sure you send us some pictures too, because I had some folks who applied and didn't have social media and didn't have a website, which is fine, but it is a juried
Tough to
event.
make a
It's
decision,
tough to make a decision if you don't send pictures, so those are really important. But we will have music again. Next one is May 20th, and then June 24th.
And
So
all the
mark your
details are on
calendars. for
the
that.
calendar,
our events
calendar
calendar.
on OneSocketRadio.com.
All right, very good. And Dave and I were talking earlier today, and he told me that the mayor was released from the hospital on Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday at noontime,
In case you
yeah.
hadn't heard, and
Yeah.
I hadn't. So
And she's been resting over the weekend, and we expect that she'll be back at the office this morning. That was her plan.
initially, when everything happened on Thursday.
Oh, that's the information we got. That was her plan to be back in the office on Monday morning, and depending on how she feels. And I think that it would be fair for me to add a few little bits that we picked up. There weren't anything go out and make a big news story out of, but just for conversation's sake, the mayor was not feeling her best, but she had such a deep commitment to be at the event at 10:30 at Harris Hall
you can
for
never
the
tell,
National
though.
Organ Donor.
Melissa and I were there. I could
No,
never tell
yeah.
that she was under
Right.
the weather.
She
And
was
wonderful speech.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll recall that she was originally scheduled to be with us on Coffee and that morning.
Yes.
She asked
Cindy
Cindy
Johnston.
Cindy Johnston to come in her stead, but she had a very deep commitment to be there at that event, so she came, even though she wasn't feeling her best that day. And this is what happens when you push yourself and you're not feeling your best. Sometimes your body
Shuts down.
I don't think shut down is the way I'd put it.
Right.
I would just say that it stresses the point that really it's time to rest. And so then it just takes over and you rest. And so she has. They found no tests came back with any smoking gun, except that she had been working very hard and she was under the stress of the job, and that when her body told her to rest, she didn't, and so that's why she ended up being sick.
All right. Well, we're glad to hear she got out and on the mend, and she'll be back at work.
Yep.
All right. Very good. All right. Other things that are going on, and I don't know if this is controversial, but somehow I guess it is with Barrington High School in their graduation.
You don't know why
dates.
it should be controversial?
Okay.
Joe,
we
wake
can't
up!
have
It's
it
2023.
We can't have it on June 4th. Okay, we're going to move it out a week, which makes it June 11th.
There are, what,
And-
375 million
but
tails
it's just-
wagging the dog
it's
in this
just
country?
all of a sudden, it's mayhem in Barrington that you can't do this.
Oh, yeah.
And
You can't do this to us. You told us it was going to be June 4th.
We've
Well,
made
we
plans.
miscalculated the dates. We thought this person was counting them. They thought this person was counting them.
Have you heard about this, Barry?
Nobody counted them.
I haven't, but I can
And so we're going to show up
imagine.
a couple of days short of 171 days of class instruction
For
the
seniors.
seniors.
Yeah.
And so they had to go to the Department of Education who had to give them
Well, the
special
interesting thing
had to give
is
them a
that
waiver that
the
we can move it back
initial-
to June 4th.
The initial discussion from the school department, the state school department, was that, oh, isn't that too bad?
Yeah, you made a mistake.
Right. Made a
And
mistake.
then
Go-
there was
yeah.
the hue and cry, and there was the meetings, and the appropriate symbolic pitchforks and torches were passed out, and there was trouble. They could see the smoke rising from the hills of
These
East
kids,
Bay.
these
So-
kids are ready to get. You said we were graduating on
That's
June
right, on
4th,
June
and we
4th.
planned
We
our
made
whole life around that
plans.
weekend. And oh
We
my
I'm
got
leaving
gosh,
for
friends
Florida on the
coming.
5th.
well,
And so it got down to this: when a formal request for a waiver on the 171 days, because it wasn't the student's fault, it was the
Yeah.
administration's fault, and they clearly admitted it from the beginning. There was never any vacillating going on, although the students were pretty ticked off that the administration didn't bring up the subject until very late. But they knew weeks before that it was going to be a problem, and they weren't sure how they were going to handle it, and they were thinking about it, and time went on. So they were a little concerned about that. But let's face it, this was just really tail wagging the dog stuff, where they say, oh, you can't do this. So, well, life rots sometimes, folks. Mistakes are made.
And
Here's your first
consequences
lesson.
are earned.
Yes, that life is not fair.
Right.
And
Life
I'm
is
sure-
not fair.
how many
But
days are we
as
talking
it
about?
turned out, the Rhode Island
9.
the Rhode Island State Education Department,
Yeah.
upon receiving a formal request for a waiver,
I'm surprised.
looked at it and last Friday said,
Said, okay.
yeah, okay.
But I'm actually surprised they
We
did
we
that.
see the situation. We understand what you're up against. If we change, if we hold fast on this thing, first of all, the administration didn't have any choice because it's a state law.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but if the state's looking at it and saying, okay, what are they going to get for those last 4 days?
Well,
Let's
nothing.
face it.
Yeah.
Because
And who all's
now,
gonna come
now
in,
they were
right?
saying,
I
let's
mean-
have the graduation ceremony as planned on the 4th. Give us blank diplomas. We'll go back a few more days, and then you can mail us the
No,
regular
that's-
diplomas.
that's not a good idea.
Well, the fact is, I'm sure that attendance by seniors in those last 4 days would be
A little low.
disappointing,
less than robust.
less than robust. It would be a great way of putting it there, Melissa. So.
But if they knew about this weeks ago, yeah, you should have been addressed weeks ago. Because I can imagine, like, oh, well, my grandmother's flying in
Yeah.
specifically for that day, and
Yeah.
she's leaving the next
It
day.
happens in
and
families all over the place. Yeah.
yep, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. People coming to the ceremony.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the parties that happen
Well, yeah.
afterwards on that weekend.
Can't miss the party. Wow, they're planning a
Well,
whatever party.
And of
right?
course, then all of their friends and other schools are getting out
Yeah.
at the same time. Well, all understood, and the State Education Department finally showed a little humanity. Oops, that's an opinion.
So
and said,
yeah.
okay,
All right, we'll do it. But the superintendent
50
of
years
schools,
from now, it won't matter.
the superintendent of schools in Barrington, Michael Messor, it's probably sent
it's
out.
Missouri.
Missouri, okay, sent out an email. He had to apologize
Sure
to
he
the
did.
seniors and all their families for the. Ready? Here we go. Quote. This is a quote. The trauma and the stress and the interruption, unquote, that was caused by the original communication when they said, "Sorry, we're moving the graduation from June 4th to June 11th," and just what an uproar! I bet he never expected this uproar to occur.
Oh no, he expected, and that's why they delayed 2
Yeah.
weeks.
I think trauma is a bit
I think this is a harsh word.
overstated.
Trauma?
Yeah, trauma.
There may have been a little stress about, like, oh, I have to change this, I have to change that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trauma's
aunt and
kinda
uncle
tough.
so and so are going to have to change their flights or whatever. But not, you don't know trauma. You haven't even graduated yet, so
So it all comes down to everything's fine in Barrington. There's
Yep,
nothing to worry
yep.
about. Everything is good to
Well,
go
good, well,
in
good.
that fine community. One other thing I wanted to bring up before we have to take a break. We're coming up on prom season, all right, and my daughter's going to go to hers. They combine their junior and senior proms together, and this is the week where you actually buy the tickets. Guess how much tickets are, by the way?
oh my gosh, I don't know.
$100. I said, what are they serving you for food for $100? chicken fingers and mac and cheese.
That's right.
That is
No
it.
And a punch
way.
bowl,
Like for real?
which will be
No,
monitored for
yes.
alcohol.
Now, well, that's true. The first thing you get hit with is a breathalyzer test. But after you do get salad, rolls. I think there's some kind of dessert, but it is a buffet, so they can go back.
Okay, but if you're eating chicken fingers and mac and cheese, do you really care about the salad? Like, who's eating the salad?
I don't know. And the
there
way
may
I
be
look
some
at it,
vegetarian
there's
salad,
there's
actually.
going to be all the girls in there.
I
in
can
their,
imagine mac and cheese spilling on a prom dress.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
yeah.
that's it. Well, there's all the girls going to be in their prom dresses. The guys are going to go back for seconds and thirds. The women are not doing this. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is, okay, you buy tickets need to be bought this week at all the lunches. No cash will be accepted.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot.
You do it. You can go online,
Oh, okay.
or you can pay by check. Well, what kid in high school
Right.
has a checking account?
Well, anybody who's
they-
a member of Navigant could.
Right. They have checking accounts, but like we were talking about, what was it, last week or a couple of weeks ago? Kids not kids not knowing how to write checks.
How to write a check? That's right.
Because nobody uses checks anymore.
So-
I don't write checks.
So I'll be writing a check for $100.
Joe knows how, Joe.
So my daughter can-
anytime you need a check written, I'll just talk to
I
Joe.
know,
He knows how
I
to
know.
do
I
it.
know how
I
to
know how
write
to
a
do
check.
Just don't do it very often.
Just
All
do it
right,
very often.
more coffee and coming your way. We ask you to stick around. So you're remodeling your home and you want to find just the right flooring. So off you go to DRL Carpet. Why? Because they have the best selection and prices in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. That means you don't have to wait. Plus, it means you can get it installed now. So first you get the best price, next you get the best service, and you get the best selection. Whether you're looking for carpet, tile, hardwood floors, the place to shop is DRL Carpet, 27 Veterans Way, Woonsocket, next to World War II Veterans Memorial Park. DRL Carpet reminds you there's a big difference between getting the job done and getting the job done right. DRL Carpet of Woonsocket.
ON Radio. ON Worldwide.
Hi, this is Joe Callahan, your maitre d' inside the Tiki Bar, heard Monday nights at 6 on ON Radio. It's 1 full hour of Jimmy Buffett music. The Tiki Bar is brought to you by Attorney Bob Lauder, the Carew Investment Group, Pep & Lumber, and Family Discount Furniture.
ON Radio. ON Worldwide.
It's time for the annual Breakfast with the Saints at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center. Enjoy a breakfast buffet under the center's magnificently frescoed ceiling. The breakfast will be held on Sunday, April 30th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tickets are $20 in advance or $25 at the door. Tickets are available at Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
All right, it's Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan along with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. And, for those of you who are contemplating, taking a cruise, you may want to think a little different. So,
No, I read this story. This is not for anybody taking a cruise. But you got to think about this though.
A
If
lawsuit.
you're planning on a family member dying on the cruise.
yeah,
This
a lawsuit's being filed against Celebrity Cruises. Anyone been on a Celebrity Cruise?
me many
Yeah,
times.
all
It's
right.
one of the top lines in the country.
A
And,
woman
and the
claims
world.
her husband's remains were improperly cared for.
Yeah.
Now, they actually have a morgue on cruises.
Well, yeah, they're so cute.
Just-
They have to
just-
have everything.
just in case.
Yeah, of course.
So, but according to the lawsuit, Robert Jones died on board a Celebrity Equinox cruise ship August of last year. His wife was told his body would be held in the ship's morgue during the 6-day journey back to Florida. So it's a week, okay?
Okay.
But upon arrival, it was discovered that the remains had been moved from the morgue to a cooler on a different floor.
Which was not set for the same cooling temperature and did not do the
It
same
wasn't
work.
cold enough.
Oh no.
So the body was, quote, in advanced stages of decomposition, unquote, when it was
Okay.
found.
Well, that's legitimate.
Unfortunate.
Yep, unfortunate, very unfortunate, and I'd be mad too.
Well, his wife and family, they want $1 million in damages. And a
Just
trial
pick a
by
number
jury.
out of the hat, really.
Well, you got to get a lawyer, and the lawyer gets their
Third.
third of it. That's right. So I think they got a good lawsuit here, and I think Celebrity loses.
Wow, but who made that executive decision?
To move the body? I don't know.
Like, that's why you.
Maybe the morgue coolers broke.
Yeah.
We're gonna put them somewhere.
Yeah, we don't know about
Oh
that.
my gosh.
We don't know their
But
side
isn't that
of it.
just a terrible situation
That's very
for the family?
tragic. And-
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, remember, I come from practical Yankee stock. I mean, the body was going to get that way anyway.
But
So,
they want to
I-
have they want to have the wake and the funeral, and they want the body to look
Bring
good.
more
before we-
flowers.
No, it's beyond that, Dave.
Oh dear.
It's way beyond that.
So, well, whatever. I'm just saying, life rots, then you die. What are you going to do? You can't.
you sue,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
and they're gonna win, and they're gonna get the $1 million.
isn't that
Dave.
Yeah,
crazy?
I'm sure
Isn't
they
that
will.
crazy?
Although-
I'm sure they will.
Oh yeah.
It-
There's
It's just.
They're suing
what
the
you
cruise
do.
line, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's money there.
I know,
So-
but when you have to account for your actions on this planet at the end of your journey, you want to be the one that stands up and says, "Oh, by the way, and I sued people because I just was upset with them, and I got all kinds of money, which I can't take here. I can't, can I?"
No, you can't.
but-
you cannot take it with you.
But people count on that to pass it down to others,
Oh gosh.
and that's what I think. That's what they might be looking at. Here, you
Yeah.
can have a little
okay.
stuff for this a little later
well,
on. so.
each to their own. I couldn't do it.
All right. So today, April 24th, is National Bucket List Day. And that means
There's a day for everything.
there is a day for everything. And it's to remind people that if you haven't set goals and stuff you want to accomplish before you die on the cruise line, they want you to start it.
What if taking a cruise was on your bucket list?
Make it the last thing on your bucket list. That's what they want you to start one today, so you will live life to the fullest. All right.
Do we have to go out and buy a bucket?
Not only if you
No.
want to, unless that's on
No.
your bucket list to buy a bucket. A bucket list is defined as things a person would like to experience or accomplish before they die, also known as kicking the bucket. It can include vacation destinations, life milestones like graduating from college, or something like going skydiving. And you hear that, people in the
Yeah,
90s
that's-
go skydiving.
That's not on my bucket list, and it never will be. And people say never, but I will not. I am afraid of heights. And why would you exit a plane if it wasn't in mechanical failure?
Because the person you're strapped to in the back is pushing you out of the plane.
no, that's not going to happen.
No?
Nope.
All right.
Hook up with Bob Phillips. He's
Nope.
taken that.
Yeah,
No, he
I
hasn't.
know. No, a
Nancy
lot
has
of
jumped
the
out of the
legislative
plane.
leap.
Yeah.
A lot of legislators do it, and they do it for charity.
Bob stands on the ground and takes pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
Did I get that wrong?
he's like you, Melissa.
I
He
saw
isn't,
him.
he isn't getting in the plane either.
No
I saw
way.
Nancy and Bob yesterday at the Pyrex breakfast for the Woonsocket High School band.
Yeah.
Which was yummy. Been a while since I've been at a Pyrex breakfast, and wow, they haven't missed a step. I asked for eggs over medium. Some people they wrinkle up their nose and say, "Well, eggs over medium."
I voted eggs over hard sometimes.
Well, yeah, but for me,
People go, "What?"
I don't mind a runny yolk, but I really would prefer to have the whites cooked. And when you do over easy, that doesn't happen all the time. Some of the yolk, some of the whites rather are runny, and I prefer not that. So over medium is the term. But they know what to do there at the Pyrex. It came back beautiful, very
There-
nice. Plus
there you
the
go.
beans and the home fries, and they're not greasy home fries. They're very nice. Oh my goodness, very nice.
Very good.
So we were there yesterday, and I saw Mr. Depot and the youngsters who were waiting on us. What a wonderful event. But I saw Nancy and Bob, too. They were coming out as we were going in. It was kind of like a tag team.
They were at Arts in the Alley also.
They were, yeah?
Very
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
Yeah, they're at all the things.
I didn't get to the places I wanted to go on Saturday. 'Cause
There was a lot going on this weekend. Every weekend, and just to give a little plug, every weekend there's so much going on. It's either like spring going into summer. Every weekend in Woonsocket, there's multiple
Wait till you
things for
see
you
what
to
happens
do.
on the 29th of April. And
Oh, that's
the 6th
true.
of May.
Yeah, that's
The next
true.
2 Saturdays are like from, whoa.
You can basically choose what you want to do, and it's great because we've got it all in one place now.
All right. Every spring, a story like this comes along, and it's a girl. She's a senior at Bethel High School in Hampton, Virginia. She's going to start college in the fall. She had to choose from more than 20 schools that she was accepted to.
Wow, impressive.
Yep.
Well,
and
you know what? You know why that is?
why is that?
Because
got
she
good grades.
applied to more than 20 schools.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean you'll be accepted to all of them.
the fact is that if you don't apply to schools, you don't get accepted.
Oh, right. She also landed more than $600,000 in scholarships. Wow. And that includes the Bill Gates Scholarship, which is a full ride. A full ride scholarship funded by Microsoft's Bill Gates. It's a highly selective program for outstanding minority students. Now, this student had a 4.3 GPA. She is the president of her class in her school's National Honor Society and is a cheerleader. She has picked her school.
The winner is?
North Carolina A&T, which I've never even heard of.
No.
They're missing a T.
I'm missing a T?
No, it says A-T.
A&T.
Shouldn't it be AT&T?
Nope, nothing to do with telephones here.
Oh, okay.
She'll major in business information technology. She picked this school because she wanted to study out of state and because she made it mandatory to attend. She made it mandatory to attend a historically black college or university.
God bless her.
All right.
Okay.
That's what
That-
she
that's
wants,
where
and she
that's
earned
Right,
it.
a full ride, no
And a
bill
full-
at
and
the
a full
end
ride.
is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
My daughter likes to look at the senior class this year. Somehow you can look up online the ones that are going to school, college, and it'll list actually where they have decided where they're going to go. And so, and she wonders why people are picking, when you live in Massachusetts, why are they going to North Carolina? Or someone's going to the University of Arizona or Arizona State. And someone is going to Denmark to start school. Like
They got what she
she's like,
wants.
Well, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, okay. Of course, a lot more Massachusetts schools as well, but it's not for her to go that far away.
Yeah, Arizona has great schools, but then you have to live in Arizona, so there's the downside. And I know because I lived there.
What's the downside of living in
No
Arizona?
Narragansett Bay.
Well, no ocean, which is horrifically hard for me. But also, when I moved there, I'm a New England girl. Like, I
Yeah.
moved to Arizona in the beginning of the year.
You're a visitor
and
forever.
it was just so hot. And every single bank there
But it's a
has
dry
the
heat.
no, it's like backdraft when you open
Yeah.
your front door. It's like an oven. You can't be outside
Yeah.
in the summer. You can't. And it was just horrifically hot. And every day, that first summer was the hottest day of my life. And for some reason, they put it on the bank's little electronic,
Telling you how hot it is?
They all have a thermometer?
106, 109. And you're like, oh my gosh, 109, 113. And I'm like, wow. Oh, I can't believe it's 113, 116. And I would have cried, but I think my tears just dissipated.
What's
It
funny,
was
I know,
But I got a
Little
great, but
track of salt going down your cheek.
just little tracks of salt. But I did get my degree there.
Oh, okay.
I went back to school at 30, and I did go to Phoenix College. So, it wasn't all bad.
All right.
But as soon as I was done, out of there.
I don't know if Dave's heard of this. Melissa's probably heard of this. On this part of the country, we call them snowbirds.
Of
They
course.
go down to Florida.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing in Arizona,
Oh yes.
but they go to San Diego
Really?
to get to the beach.
Oh, okay.
And over there, they're called Here Come the Zonas.
The Zonas, you said.
Have you ever heard of that
no,
expression?
we called them snowbirds there too.
They were?
Yeah.
I was told that
Well,
that
I
the
guess-
Come in
locals...
the winter.
Depends on which direction they came from.
Well, right, and then they come in the winter.
The
So-
locals in San Diego call the Arizona people the Here Come the Zonas.
Oh
No?
we called them snowbirds when they came to
Oh,
Arizona.
well, all right.
So.
All right. So back here, before we run out of time here, up in Massachusetts, the man that was charged with murder for the crash last year at the Apple Store
Oh, yeah.
in Hingham, Massachusetts, he's in court today. Bradley Rain, he's of Hingham, Mass, charged with second-degree murder, motor vehicle homicide by negligent operation, and other offenses. Prosecutors say Rain was driving the SUV over 50 miles per hour. I didn't realize he was going that fast in that parking lot. There's not enough room to go 50 miles an hour in that parking
Which
lot.
is why he crashed.
Wow. Went over a curb at the Derby Street Shops and smashed through the window. A resident from New Jersey, who just happened to be there because he built the place.
Right.
Kevin Bradley died. 22 other people were hurt in that crash. So he's doing court today. I don't know if it's his trial starting today or this some kind of arraignment kind of thing.
Whatever.
I think it's his trial.
Each step is important.
Yep. I think this guy's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't be planning any cruises for a while.
No, I don't. No, you sure about that?
I don't think so.
It was. We did see the pictures on Facebook that I saw Gene Michon throw out the first ball. at the opening day of Little
she
League
did.
yesterday. So good for her. I hope she made it all the way from the pitcher's
It's
mound
all
to the
right.
catcher.
They wouldn't have booed her anyway.
No.
Right.
But she said she would be embarrassed. She was practicing.
She was practicing. Yeah.
And it's not 60 feet 6 inches in Little League. It's about 45 feet. So it's a little shorter of the throw. But still, when you're standing out there, wow, that's a long way.
Are you
away
allowed
over
to
there.
throw it underhand? Because I could
If you want.
maybe. Would you?
If you really want to,
But
yes,
people would be
yes,
like,
you can. They might go, no, yeah, kind of thing. So, all right. So we got to run. We come to the end of the program. Thanks to Jerry Barclay King and Miriam Kaba, who joined us to talk about the Dress for Success event that's coming up this Saturday at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street in Woonsocket. Should be a great event. I hope a lot of people take advantage of this, and a lot of the young people take advantage of it as well. And Melissa, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. Have a great week, y'all.
All right. And Dave, thanks for showing up as well.
Well, it was my pleasure.
All right, very good. Stay tuned for At the Library with Leslie Page, and then Food First with Karen Zangari. It's next. Oh, in the Tiki Bar. One full hour Jimmy
Don't
Buffett
forget
music
that Tiki Bar
coming
tonight.
up tonight at 6
And
on
I
ON
think we
Radio.
got a council meeting tonight. Do we?
Nope, that was last week.
That was last week. Okay, sorry.
So it'll be music tonight here on ON Radio.
All righty there.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
Well, construction season is well underway, and some